All right, and you will be passing that deodorant stick if you are in Windsor. It feels like 32 this afternoon. Meanwhile, here for Southern Ontario, closer to Pearson and outside of our Oakville studios, it feels like 27. So the mid to high 20s, but base temperatures are actually at the low 20s. So that's good news if you're not into, well, these more gray conditions. It looks like it's about to rain out here, but it actually won't be. A very slight chance of showers, Mike.
All right, thanks a lot, Kasia. Looks like a little bit breezy as well right now, Kasia. And are you regretting being out there without sleeves?
A little bit, actually, Mike. I do have goosebumps, which is odd because there is humidity in some places in Southern Ontario. So it feels like 27. But I think if you're more so insulated by buildings and you're landlocked here, we're very close to the highway. Winds are sustained between 15 and 20 km coming in from the east. So it does make it a little chillier if you are exposed to the winds. Meanwhile, base temperatures are in the low 20s, a little bit below seasonal. And of course, we don't have the sunshine to heat you up, right? Got the low-lying stratus clouds. It's not going to rain, by the way. A very slight chance of showers, although it looks like it's going to rain. And by the way, Mike, it's going to be much nicer tomorrow, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. And the humidity is going to build significantly back.
A beautiful, vantage point of the city skyline. I mean, some people are saying that's the only view of Toronto, but there are plenty of places where you can get an awesome shot of the city skyline, and that obviously is probably the best at Centre Island. Meanwhile, if you're going to be on the island this evening, we're looking at temps around 19 degrees, a little bit of cloud cover, and today was just so cloudy, wasn't it? We had those stratus clouds. It looked like it was going to rain, but it looks like we didn't get any of that. It was just a really slight risk today. Tomorrow, by the way, is your better day this weekend. The city of Toronto, 18 to start the day with a mix of sun and clouds, and then humidity is making a comeback. It'll feel like 34, a lot of us, your quintessential summer-like day with a mix of sun and clouds. Hey, here's an interesting tidbit. To the north today in Kujak, this is actually deemed as the Arctic. It was 30 degrees today, the hot spot in the country, only 21 for us. All right.
Boy, it's sticky in here.
And today, our friends in Windsor, they were passing the deodorant stick. Good one to Chris St. Clair. It felt like between 30 and 35 in Windsor. Meanwhile, for us in Southern Ontario, around the GTA, it didn't feel so hot today because we had, the cirrus clouds or the stratus clouds going on, and the sun couldn't peek through. Felt a little cool with the winds. It was quite the windy day, really. And through the overnight, we're going to start to see those winds ease a little bit. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit more settled for us. However, you'll note because of this area of low pressure, it's going to be really picking up through Northern Ontario, Northwestern Ontario, Lake Superior, sustained winds between 20 and 40 km. For us, it'll be a little bit better come Monday. Now, it's not until Tuesday and Wednesday that we do see some isolated thunder showers moving into Southern Ontario. For tomorrow, though, it's going to be a great day for many of us. We've got 18 degrees Sunday morning in Hamilton, a mix of sun and clouds, with the next few days looking like this. And really, this is a reflection of what it's going to be like for most of us. If you can see here, sun and clouds, and then humidity making quite the comeback, right? It'll feel like 33 come Monday, feels like 37 come Tuesday, and then Wednesday, there's your chance of those showers. All right, I want you to stay with us. We've got your long ranger coming up.
Thanks.
Now, this will certainly impact travel. As of this afternoon, Marie has become a Category 1 hurricane. Sustained winds of about 140, and I'll tell you, it's expected to actually make a beeline to the north and the west, so it's not going to hit directly Mexico, but nonetheless, the outer bands will. Now, 90% chance that Cristobal will become a hurricane as well. Here's a look at the current satellite image of the storm. All right, thanks, Kim, for that. Meanwhile, who wants to be around the world when we can have temperatures like this in the morning? Okay, so 18 is actually quite nice. I know because I spend the wee hours of the morning on the outside, and lately it's been, 11 to 13 degrees. So 18 is quite nice as you're heading out, a mix of sun and clouds, and just a beautiful day on tap. And I say beautiful if you do like the hot temperatures. So it's actually going to be feeling closer to 30. And we have more clear conditions, so more summer-like than it was today, right? Today we had that cloud deck that made it really cool and some pretty strong winds. Meanwhile, this is interesting. This may entertain you. The shorelines of Hudson Bay, as well as Kujak, which is in far north Quebec, right? And it's actually considered to be the Arctic. It was 30 degrees there today. That was the hot spot in the country, by the way. And it was also a record. Meanwhile, we were only a meager 21 degrees. Isn't that something? And actually, in the far north, they have reached 30 degrees more than we have in the city of Toronto throughout July and August. Have a look at your long-range forecast. It's pretty quite nice, right? Depending on how you look at it, they could be the best, but also the worst, depending on where your stomach's at, right? Kasia Bodurka with you here with a look at your P&E forecast. Tomorrow afternoon, perfect. Better than in that video, right? Because those were overcast skies there. We're looking at sunshine, high pressure, 23 degrees, and then through the evening, closer to 20. And the same idea for you in the city of Toronto, though it's going to be hotter. We have got sunshine for you at the CNE. 25 feels closer to 30 tomorrow afternoon.